I'm back again with another Capture One tutorial and overview looking at a feature that was introduced in the last major upgrade to Capture One, which is Match Look. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Match Look, it's a way to take a photograph, or at least the grading from a photograph, and then automatically apply it to a range of other photographs. What's really interesting about Match Look is that you can even take a painting or a photograph by another photographer, and just using that color grading from that photograph, you can then apply it to a range of images that you have. Now, I spoke about how you can apply styles to your photographs in an earlier video, which I will put in the links below. But the basic idea is that if you are still learning how to color grade your photographs, it's often a very easy and quick way to use styles inside the styles selection. So just as a case in point, I'm going to show you on a photograph that I've captured on a recent workshop that I was leading in Lesotho. If I wanted to just apply a single style, I can go into my styles, and you can see here I've got the new NexGen Landscape Styles from AlexOnRaw. And let's say I want to put in travel strong warm look. Now, bear in mind, because these use various new AI features, you can't just see the styles when you scroll over them. You actually have to click on it. But if I say travel strong warm look, and I would say apply to new layer, and you would see when I come through to my adjustment, I have a new layer. The interesting thing over here, though, is that this is actually using the match look feature. It's not using the styles that were previously used. So this is where we start to look at how we can apply match looks to our photographs and how we can actually use them to be able to very quickly color grade photographs so that they look better. Now, the basic principle behind match look is that you can take a photograph, any photograph. So even if I use this image again from Setlabatebe in Lesotho, you'll see the match look tool in the settings under your adjust panel. If you can't find the match tool look on your range of adjustments, all you need to do is go through to the tools on the left hand side, right click on any of the gray bars and say add tool, and you'll find match look down near the bottom under the M. There we go. It automatically puts these things at the bottom of your range, so I'm just going to quickly shift it out to the top again. Let me just pull it to the side and bring it up and put it into the top of my range. Right, so my match look is now there above my styles tablet or palette, and it's a very simple tool to use. So if I wanted to use this image as a base image for getting the color and the lighting consistent across a range of photographs, I could use the selected variant, and you'll see my photograph pops inside there. If I wanted to apply that effect, or at least that color grading, to another photograph, I could choose that photograph that I want to apply it to and say apply, and you will see how effectively the exposure and the color combines them so that they look more accurate. It's not always 100% accurate, but it does a fairly good job of essentially color grading photographs so that they appear the same. Now, what's important is that match look can be applied to a new layer. So you'll see that at the bottom of my tool, I have apply as new layer. I always have that set so that I will always get a new layer every single time I say use match variant. One of the interesting features around match look is that it doesn't just simply apply a color grading. It's applying a whole range of settings. So you can see that my exposure has been adjusted, my high dynamic range has been adjusted, the levels have been changed, there's curve happening in the luma, but as well in probably in the curves have been changed in the reds, the greens, and the blues. And I suspect that there's probably also some changes in the colors. Let's just see. Yep, there my oranges have been changed, my yellows, my greens, cyans, blues. Everything has been changed according to the actual reference image that has been created. So match look is a really interesting way to be able to apply a look to multiple photographs. What's really cool about this, though, is that you can also change how many parameters are affected by the reference image itself. So let me just redo this photograph over here. I can change the impact that I'm going to have, in other words, how much of that previous image's grading is going to come through. And I can separate aspects like my exposure from my actual color grading. So for instance, I often find that I need to switch off the exposure, my brightness, and also the HDR feature. So if I go HDR highlights and shadows, that also I find helps a little bit. If I now say apply, you'll see There's my exposure. It hasn't done the HDR in the shadows in this case, but my sky is probably somewhat better. So now I would go in and I could then say to my shadows, pull my shadows up, and I would get effectively a grading that is more similar to the original photograph. Now, bear in mind, the photograph that I chose as my actual variant isn't even graded yet. It's a raw photograph. I haven't used anything to it. Which brings me to where we actually get our variants, or at least our reference images, from. Now, of course, you can take any photograph. You can grab something off the internet. You could find a photograph in your own library. You could even take an image like Van Gogh's Starry Night and apply that color grading to your photographs. However, it's also possible to purchase a set of grades that essentially you can then apply to whichever photographs you want to. Which brings me to Alexander Svet's brand new NexGen Landscape Style package, which you can see on his website over here. And this gives 30 brand new styles, which can be applied either as a style or as a match look. The cool thing about this is that you have a series of presets that essentially can be applied as a match look and tweaked to your own liking. If I take, for instance, a group of photographs, so I've got, let's take these images here taken in the Wild Coast on one of the recent workshops that I was leading, and I'm now going to go through to my match look, and you will find your NexGen Landscape presets inside your match look catalog, and I'll show you how to actually get them there in a moment. And they're all logically named so that you have a fairly good idea of what to expect when you press them. So for instance, if I'm looking for something like an ocean-like travel look to it, I suspect that something like the travel contrast green look might particularly work quite well. So I'm going to click that, and you'll see that each of those photographs is now graded accordingly. But what's important is when I look at the individual image, I will have a new layer over here called my match look. So I can switch it on and off, or I can change the actual opacity of that layer so that I can decide how much of that grade I want to come through. Or I can go ahead and use a brush or a gradient or a radial filter to be able to identify where I want that particular grade to come through. If you're interested in these new NexGen styles from AlexOnRaw, you can access them with 10% off by using the code Emil10. And for the first 100 users of this particular code, you'll get an additional $20 off your purchase. So that's a pretty good deal to be able to get into using these match look presets in your own photography. Bear in mind that the Emil10 code works on any of the courses on Capture One, as well as the presets that you can find on the website. But that $20 extra discount is applicable only to the first 100 purchases of the NexGen styles using the code Emil10. Now, match look styles are particularly useful when you are learning how to color grade your photographs. If you take a photograph like this of the amphitheater in the Drakensberg and you have never edited before, it's sometimes quite difficult to know where to start. And one of the really cool things about using matchlook, or styles for that matter, is that when you jump through to it, you can actually, so for instance, let's take a look at sunset contrast magenta look. So I know that it's going to have a slight magenta boost to the photograph itself, and it's probably going to warm things up a little bit. So if I click on that, I'm going to get, you can see there is my actual reference image that is being used for the photograph, and there we go. There are the settings that have been applied to the image as well. If I would like to normalize my exposure, I can click on that again, and I just have to press apply. I don't think that particularly works. Yeah, it's made it too bright. So I'm going to switch off my normalize exposure again over there, and I'm going to increase the impact so that I can get more of that color through. I'll say apply again, and there we go. That's looking a little bit better. I think it's too much magenta, so what I'll then do is go into the image itself, and I can then adjust it by simply going through to my white balance and changing my tones ever so slightly over here. I think a little bit more green would work, and probably a little bit more warmth. And I also think I should push my shadows up just a touch more. And there you go. There's my before and after. So it's a very, very quick grading tool to be able to figure out how you want your photograph to end up looking. Of course, if you want to use it as a learning or an inspirational tool, you can use the match look and other styles for that matter, and then go down and actually see what has happened in the photograph itself. Again, it'll give you an idea of what the actual color grade is doing to, for instance, your individual color channels. My color balance has been affected in my shadows. Let's just see the three-way. The color balance has been affected in all three of those particular channels. It gives a really good impression of how far you can actually grade your photographs. So even if you use the presets and match look just as an inspirational tool, it still gives you a better idea of how an image can be adjusted to be able to get the best look out of the photograph. But again, one of the cool things about match look, of course, is that if I like that particular look, I'll then go back into my match look after I've tweaked it. I would then take these three images, which are all shot in Lesotho, and I would then say apply. And all of the photographs will come out with a similar kind of color style to them. So let's just take a look at all of them over here. There we go. There's one small difference to when you are using presets that you've purchased from somewhere and getting all of them into your matchlook folder, and that's how you actually install them. If you purchase the set, to be able to install the presets is really simple. When you buy your NexGen preset set, you'll come out with a zipped file. That's fairly easy. All you need to do is unzip the file, and you will then have a bunch of folders that you can work on. The easiest part of this is just installing the actual presets or the styles themselves. All you need to do is go through to your NexGen Styles over here, and then you will see that you can double click on the NexGen Co-Style pack, and it essentially installs it automatically on your Capture One library, which is fantastic. Works nicely. Okay, it's just going to quickly put them there. Files have been imported. You can find the styles and presets and brushes over here. So you just go into Styles, Style, and you will then find it. Oops, sorry, there we go. And you will find it under Custom Styles, NexGen Styles. I've actually just unfortunately put it in twice. Not a problem. I'm now going to close Capture One again. To be able to get the presets loaded onto your Capture One, you need to actually go through to, so I'm going to open up a new window over here, and I'm going to go New, Find a Window, and I'm then going to hit my Option key, press on the Go in your menu, and then find Library. And under Library, you'll then go through to Application Support. Under Application Support, look for Capture One. On Capture One, I'm then going to look for Preset 60. So I'm just going to scroll down over here. Where's presets? There we go, preset 60. And you'll notice that there isn't a folder for match look at the moment. All you need to do is you create one. So we'll right click and say new folder. We're going to term that match look, just like so. And then inside match look, I'm going to grab my NexGen Landscape presets and put them inside the match look. Now, when I relaunch Capture One, you will find all of those available in your match look palette. So there we go. There is a photograph. And if I go through to my match look palette over here, you will see in your contextual menu, I will click on that. You'll see right at the top, you now have NexGen Landscape presets, and you can then click on them and they will apply to your photograph just like so. Okay, so that's nice and easy. So matchlook is really useful if you're going to be doing any kind of batch processing, and although landscape photography you tend to work on individual images, if you're doing other kinds of work as well, the matchlook is really going to help you do bulk editing very quickly and easily, and very importantly, keep that kind of look between your photographs itself. Although I consider myself a landscape photographer, and very often if I'm working on a landscape, I'm not going to use multiple kinds of match look just to make all my photographs look the same. It's not kind of the point of all landscape photography, but I do shoot a lot of corporate commercial work as well, and for that matchlook is particularly important. So for instance, here I have photographs shot during a particular client shoot in Johannesburg of South Africa. If I go back through to my matchlook over here, so let's for instance look at this particular, let's look at this photograph here, and I'm going to go through into my matchlook. And even though I have only got the landscape presets here, I can still use these on people photographs. So I think, for instance, a calm desaturated look would work quite well over here. And yeah, it does actually look quite good. If you want to try something different, you can always clear that and we can jump through to a different one. So let's look at, for instance, a urban contrast desaturated look, which I think might be a little too grungy. Actually, it works over there. It does actually work. Now, if I liked that particular photograph, I can then go through and I can, of course, just apply that to the whole range of photographs over here. So I'm just going to say apply. And in all cases, it's applied it with a separate layer called the match look layer. So if I click on that photograph, you can see that I have it as a separate layer, which of course I can change the opacity to be able to bring through more or less of that particular look to the photograph itself. Now that's straight just using it as a simple edit. I haven't done any other kind of color grading or editing to the photograph. You can still go back into your image layer or create a new layer and do further edits to your photograph. So for instance, if I would like to, I can obviously still crop my photograph. I'm going to bring that in over here and fix that up a little bit. Over there, I can add a nice vignette if I wanted to. I can change my saturation a little bit more. All of these kind of edits are still available to you. You can just use the match look as a starting point to be able to get a particular look across all of your photographs. Okay, so that's it for now. Remember that if you are looking to try out some new presets and particularly landscape-based presets, you can take a look at AlexOnRaw, and remember to use the code Emil10 to be able to get 10% off any of your purchases there, or an additional 20% on the NexGen Landscape Styles at the moment as they stand. Right, so this was a short, sweet, and quick video looking at match look, and in particular looking at how you can import presets so that it is that much easier to be able to use match look. I will be bringing out some more videos shortly. I apologize for the delay in the last one. I've literally had 4 back-to-back trips and workshops running between Lesotho, Hoedspruit, Drakensberg, and the Wild Coast, so I have pretty much been out of the office for over a month. I'm now back for a short while, and we'll try to put out a couple more videos before I disappear on the next workshop. So till the next video, hope to see you soon. Cheers.